here's the other thing I want us to address, because I think from a few of the situations you've said, I'm seeing a very common thing that it's easy for women to fall into nowadays in terms of things being casual.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly do you sleep with these guys? When do you sleep with them?
I honestly think it's a mixture.
Okay.
Because I've done the thing where you wait it out.
What does that look like to you?
You make them wait.
What does that look like to you, making them wait? Is it like you talk for a few weeks before meeting with them? Is that making them wait?
No, like meet up with them a few times before you give it to them. But then the outcome's still been the same as people that I've slept with the first time I've met them.
So here's the next part, which is when you start sleeping with them, how many dates do you continue to have? And when I say dates, I mean where you spend time with them where sex is off the table. Or does it become more, come over and chill, I'll cook us dinner and you come to mine and we'll chill and maybe we'll go crazy golf, but it's right near your house. How many dates do you have after that?
Not a lot.
That's why. Men invest in their emotional time and women invest in their sexual time. So if we know women invest in their sexual time, but men invest in their emotional time, or rather their non-sexual time. So for you, maybe a guy coming over and you cooking dinner and stuff, you cuddling on the sofa watching a film and spending the night together. For you, you're like, yeah, I'm investing in you because we're spending time, you're spending the night, etc. That's not investing for him.
Okay.
Because he's coming over, yeah, to spend some time with you, but also to be intimate with you. So when he's spending time with you where sex is on the table, that's not him investing, because I promise you, before he even gets to your door, he is thinking about having sex with you that night. It's when you meet up for lunch and then you go your separate ways. Because at lunch, you're just having some food, you're just having a conversation.
But I feel like guys never actually ask me to do things like that. And when I ask them, there's always an excuse for why they can't.
So here's what I was saying. The first thing is a guy asking you to just come over. Why he would take that, that's actually a test.
Okay.
And he may not be thinking consciously this is a test, but I want you to think of it this way. You've got the fuckboy side of him and the boyfriend side of him. The fuckboy just wants to hook up. He's not looking to invest in anyone seriously. The boyfriend is like, I want to invest in this person because I care about them and I want to build a future with them. Him asking you to just come over and chill, let's just chill and do that, right? That's the fuckboy asking, but it's a test from the boyfriend side. Because the boyfriend side is going, I want to choose a girl who's going to require a level of investment from me. Because that's the girl that I respect and that's the girl that gets my commitment. Now, if you say yes to those times, the fuckboy side is going to be like, yeah, I'll take it every time. Like, she's attractive, I'm attracted to her, we can, have fun together, of course. But then the boyfriend goes, okay, cool. This isn't the woman for me.
Yeah.
So it's really important as the woman. I get you're like, oh, but guys don't ask me. So it's like, if they're only asking me to come over and chill, and that's the only time I can spend with them, what am I supposed to do? Well, then what I'm trying to say is if a guy's only going to do that with you, especially if you try and go on a proper date, go out and do something, and he always finds an excuse where he can't do that, what that tells you is that guy is only interested in you for something casual.
Yeah.
And then,
I think that's where I like massively like struggle then, and I think a reason why I've become switched off from men recently is that I know that a lot of them do just see me for one thing, and I don't want to just be that one thing.
Of course.
So like by not entertaining men, I'm stopping that from happening. That's kind
sure.
of my...
and I completely get that, but you're also stopping the other thing from happening from a guy looking at you and being like, this is an incredible woman that I want to build a future with.
Yeah.
So, and I say this with love, you know me, right? Most of the time when a girl is in a casual position in a man's life, it's because she put herself there. It's not because... Now, it can be the case where a guy's only open to something casual if he's not ready for something serious. But then if he's not ready for something serious, she wouldn't be there in the first place.
Yeah.
She wouldn't become a casual option because she'd be like, okay, cool, you're not looking for something serious to reciprocate the same thing. Cool. I wish you all the best, but I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? And so part of that, and the reason I'm saying as a woman you have the power is because when it comes to sex, as the woman, you have the power. And that's the initial reason why guys take an interest. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of the time it's how you date a guy.
Is it kind of... I hear what you're saying, I do.
Go on.
But I kind of feel like there's just a bit of a double standard with it all though. Like, why is it okay for a guy to think that they can sleep with women whenever, first date, things like that? But they're still like a high valued person. But if a woman does it, they're not. Does that make sense?
What, as in, wait, why is it if a guy sleeps around, he's like congratulated for that, but if
like,
a woman
why,
does it,
yeah, like why is it less like why are women like seen as not valued as much because they have a higher sex drive or whatever?
So it's not about the sex drive because it's about because when it comes to power, women have the sex. When it comes to sex, women have the power. When it comes to sex, women have the power. Because, okay, we know 9 times out of 10, let me ask you, if a man and woman have sex, who said yes?
The woman?
Yeah. Because the guy, he was trying to convince you to have sex with him, right?
Yeah.
The woman says yes. But a lot of the time, if a guy and girl become exclusive, who said yes then?
The guy?
Usually, yeah. Usually the woman wants to become exclusive sooner than the guy.
It's usually us that's like, okay, so what is this?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, right? Women are the gatekeepers for physical intimacy, but men are the gatekeepers for emotional intimacy and commitment, right? So when a guy and a girl have sex, it's because she said yes. But when a guy and girl become exclusive, it's usually because he said yes.
Yeah.
So if you have a woman, you saying yes to a guy, it doesn't validate you, it validates him. Because the example I give is kind of like, imagine if you as a woman are the employer and the guy is a candidate to potentially become an employee.
Yeah.
If you have a candidate who's going around and he's getting job offer from this company, job offer from this company, job offer from this company, it's like, oh, he's a valuable candidate because he's getting offers left, right, and center. But if you have a company, they're offering a job to this person, they're offering a job to this person, they're offering a job to this person, that company doesn't seem as a high value company because they're just offering jobs out to almost, obviously not everyone, but they're offering a lot more jobs out. Part of the reason why Oxford and Cambridge is valued so highly is because it's very difficult to get in.
Yeah.
Because they say yes whether you attend. Do you know what I mean? They're not saying, hey, come to my school. They're like, you're applying to come to this school.
Yeah.
So like when a guy approaches you as a woman, he's applying to be like, am I a good enough candidate for you to be intimate with me? And you say yes or no. And that's why it's different. Because the woman has the power when it comes to sex. I'm not saying it's fair, but that's why. But this is why I'm saying with that power, you have way more agency than you realize. Because you can decide whether it goes serious or whether it goes casual.
Yeah.
And it's how you use that power. And I think the danger is in the modern kind of culture and this emphasis on kind of hookup culture and treating sex casually, it encourages women to misuse their power in a way that actually really only serves the masculine imperative, which is to be able to have sex with little investment.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, like, for example, like, I'm sure you have guys who are friends with you who probably want you, but you just don't want them, right? Yeah, she does. Look at that face.
No,
She's like, I know exactly which
I
one.
have one friend in particular.
Sure.
But I am so honest with him all the time that like it's never going to happen in that way. And
sure. And he still tries,
right? He's a very interesting character anyway. So, but yeah, he does every time I'm.
You're always honest with him, right?
I always say you're like a brother to me. You're like, and he's like, oh, why did you have to say that? He's like, step bro. I'm like, no.
He's trying to enter that category,
not even
boy.
step bro. You're just my brother.
He's trying to enter that
You're just
category.
My friend. He's like, I swear, if you ever call me your friend again, and I'm like,
so what's
this is
perfect. What's his inner dialogue?
What do you mean by that?
When you say to him, oh no, you're just a friend, but he still continues to try and push it there. What's his inner dialogue to do that?
Why does he feel like he still stands a chance? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, like, what does he tell himself? Why does he continue to try? It's the exact same inner dialogue that you have.
Because he really likes me.
Yeah, but remember what you told me when you said a guy says to you, oh, this is just something chilled. What did you say to that?
I can't remember. What did I say?
You're like, well, if I spend more time with him, then maybe I can change his mind.
I can change. Yeah.
He's like, well, if I spend more time with her, then maybe I can change her mind. Has that changed your mind?
No, but then because we're in the same industry, we have the same friendship group.
That's fine.
We do see each other a lot because of that. Like it's I feel like if we weren't in the same friendship group, I wouldn't see him.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm trying to say is like you said no.
I get into like situations like we never just meet up just us two.
Sure.
Because I don't think I couldn't do that to him anyway because I know that he has feelings for me. But obviously we do fall into these situations where we're around each other a lot because we have the same group of friends. And then it's just always the same thing. He's always trying to flirt, saying like he'd marry me tomorrow and things like that. And you don't even realise how much of a queen I treat you. And I'm sure he would, but he's a very interesting character. And I know my reasons for why I don't see him in that way. Yeah, and it's not even just like it's not physical attraction either. Like there are just a lot of things that I just wouldn't. He's just not for me in that way.
Sure,
but I have told him that.
Does that? I get that. Does that? Not saying this would make you attracted to him, but does that level of treatment that you know he would give you, that he wants to give you, that he's showing himself to try and give you, does that make him a more attractive prospect, even if you would still say no? Or does it not change that level of attraction?
What do you mean? I don't. What do you
so
mean?
Let's say, for example, I'm saying this bit being very arbitrary, but let's say, for example, let's say you're going to rate someone out of 100, and for you to choose them, they have to be an 80 out of 100, right? Mm-hmm. That's the pass mark for you. Let's say, based on just who he is when you look at him, knowing him, let's say that makes him a 45. I'm asking you, does him want to give you the right level of treatment, him want to treat you like a queen, give you all this stuff that you say you want, does that make him go from a 45 to maybe a 65, even though it's still a no? Or does it have zero impact on his level of attraction to you in like your rating?
It has zero impact.
Okay. That's a big issue. Because a lot of time when we've come from a place of healing, someone wanting to treat us right should make them more attractive to us.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, I love him to pieces, so I don't want to disrespect him.
No, of course. I'm not talking about him in general.
Yeah, no, but I do feel like in this certain scenario, it's just a bit different. Maybe we take him out and we just put like this into a general situation.
So as a general situation, sure, but I think that's very much the case, even the opposite, because what happens is, let's say you have a guy and let's say he's an 85, so he's past the mark, he's attractive, you have that chemistry and stuff, but he treats you poorly. That should make him go from 85 to a 65.
Yeah. And now I feel like it would for me, because I am at a point where I'm I'm not allowing people to treat like there have been circumstances where I've started talking to guys and they've shown me even a little hint of what the other guys did, and I'm like, no, this isn't for me.
So I get that. I think we have to. I'm saying it's right to be more discerning, 100%. But we have to be careful to not make like a tornado out of a fan.
Well, a good example is last week some guy slid in my DMs and we were like flirting a bit and whatever, and then I said like I think he made some kind of innuendo of some sort, and I said, oh well, you'll have to take me out first. And then he beat round the bush and didn't say anything about taking me on a date, but swerved it and avoided it. And to me, that's him basically saying, I'm not going to take you on a date. So for me, I then stopped.
What did he say? Well, like when you say he swerved around it, what did he say to that? When you said you have to take me on a date?
I can't think off the top of my head. I can't think off the top of my head exactly what he said, but I said, you'll have to take me out first. And then he basically just avoided that I said that and then carried on with other conversation and then that to me was like, okay. If he wanted to take me out, he would be like, when are you free?
Sure.
I kind of put that out there. I kind of put the olive branch out there. He avoided it. And that's happened before and I've made mistakes. So to me that was, and then throughout the chat, I think there was another time again where I hinted about meeting up outside of not coming over.
So I wonder how you said that. And it's really important when I say how, because depending on, I get that sometimes it's good to set a standard for sure, but sometimes it can come across as I'm setting this standard from a place of hurt. And that can make a guy go, she has issues.
Okay.
Because there's a way to communicate it.
There's been a situation before where a guy, he lived locally to me and he was like, oh, I'm near the gym by yours. It was like quite late at night. He was like, are the kids asleep? I was like, yeah, but I don't have men around my house while my kids are asleep. And he was like, oh, it'll be fine, like if they're asleep. Or like he tried to then, like he didn't kind of take that no for an answer. And I was like, you haven't even taken me out on a date yet. And then he was like, yeah, soon, but didn't say when, didn't ask me when I'm free. And I just thought, you know what, like I can tell that you just want one thing. And
yeah, 100%.
It was a turn off. It was an ick. It was like,
yeah, that's right. I think you handled that great. Yeah, for sure. I think it's always good to set a boundary from a place of positive. So like for example, sometimes, you know, maybe someone will put in their dating profile, not looking for hookups. If you're looking for one night stands, don't swipe me. Yeah. That does no favors to you, because the guys who are just looking for something.
Wait, how? That's somebody like saying like, can't people just respect that boundary? I don't know. I don't personally do that. I'm not on dating apps anymore because I just hate them, but.
Sure. The reason that doesn't work is because one, the guys who are just looking for something casual, they've already swiped on you because they think you're attractive. They're not even read your bio.
Yeah.
So they've already swiped.
What, guys don't read bios?
Not really. They're not. A guy's not going to think a girl's really hot. No, but let me rephrase. A guy's not going to see a girl and he's be like, oh, I don't really find her attractive, but her bio is amazing, so I'm going to swipe on her. No, it doesn't happen.
See, I feel like that's what girls do. We look at guys, we think, oh, he looks attractive. And then you read his bio and you're either going to be like, narcissist. It's usually the ones holding a puppy or a baby.
God damn. Neither of them
or
are
you're
his.
Gonna see it. Or you're gonna see it and think, oh yeah, he's a bit of me. But you can kind of tell when somebody like really loves themselves, because I don't know, their profile will kind of show that. And they're the sort of people that like people, it's okay to be proud of your success and stuff, but I think there's some people that are like, I'm this, I'm that, rah, 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 I've got this amount of money, and 9 times out of 10 they actually don't have all these things. They just hype themselves up to be somebody that they're not.
That's true. But guys don't do that. Like the reason saying that no hookups or no one night stands on your dating profile, the reason that doesn't work is because the guys who are just looking for something casual have already swiped on you.
Yeah.
Right? Because they think you're hot. They go, oh, she's hot. Cool. Swipe right. The guys who are looking for something genuine, all you're communicating to them is, I have scars and I'm not over it.
Interesting.
So a better way to say it would be like looking for a guy who's looking to explore life with and have a genuine connection with. P.S. I like pizza. Let's do something that first.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're coming from a place of positive, not negative. It's like a guy going, not looking for girls who just want guys with money and who are looking me to splash out on the first date.
You've just reminded me of like the first time I went back on Hinge after the breakup with the father of my children. And I think every prompt was something to do with, it was like, what do you look for in a man? Somebody that doesn't gaslight me. There couldn't be more like, okay, this girl's full of trauma. Written on my dating profile.
The guy who is going to be bringing something healthy to you, he's going to be like, this is a lot of work.
This is a broken woman, and I'm not looking. Yeah.
He's like, because so basically what he's seeing, he's like, so basically what you're saying is for us to get to a point where you can trust me, I have to undo the damage the previous guy did.
Yeah.
Why would I sign myself up for that?
For sure.
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.